What's going on, guys? It is your boy Footy Hole here, bringing you another Black Ops 3 video today. And today's video is going to be a little bit different. As you guys can see here, it is a free run type of gameplay. But the point of this is kind of to do a storytelling over the video. I'm going to be trying something a little different. Instead of talking over a live, gameplay in the background, I'm instead going to be doing live free running. And I think it's much more entertaining. It's kind of like CSGO surfing. But if you guys do enjoy the video, make sure you take a second out of your day, smash that like button. Can't tell you guys how great it is to see all those likes rack up. So let's go ahead and try to hit 5 likes on the video. That's like a new record. But today's story, guys, I think is going to be a good one. It's going to be the story about my first ever fight. Yes, it was a fist fight, kind of like bah, bah, bah. Alright. So it was the story of my first fist fight. So before I can get into the actual fight, I have to tell you guys a little background history. So the school that I went to was, well, at least when the fight occurred, it was middle school. I was a 6th grader. And I mean, if you guys saw me in my last video, or if you guys have seen me, ever in my thumbnail or whatever, you guys can tell that I'm not the biggest kid on the block. I'm not tall. I'm not, I'm not ripped, I'm not one of those, right? So going into middle school was a big transition for me, going from elementary school, I was the big old bad 5th grader. Going into middle school was totally different because there was kids that would tower over me, me being a little, free hole, I was super scared. Not scared, but easily intimidated would be a better word, So, whatever, I tried to blend in the best that I could. I made some new friends. Lots of my friends went to another middle school entirely different from the one that I was going to. Oh, shoot. From the one that I was going to, which was okay with me, fake friends. But, oh, Christ. But, I started making some friends, and this was at the beginning of the year. I had no problems with anybody whatsoever, and I had always been that type of kid. I had never had any problems with anybody. I respect people, they respect me. That type of thing, I don't go out of my way to, humiliate anybody or do anything, to cause trouble, because I'm not like that, like I said. But it was art class. I'm pretty sure I had art class. It was super lit. The teacher was super cool. He was a great guy. His name was, I think, if I remember correctly, Mr. Palekia. It was a weird name. His room smelled like coffee. He looked like a hippie, but he was super cool. And so, I had a ton of 8th graders in my art class, which was like a dream to me because, if you're friends with 8th graders, it's like the coolest thing ever for some reason. Just like freshmen when they're going into high school, if you got senior friends, you're the man, you're the girl, whatever you want to call it. So, I thought I was on top of the world. I had all these 8th grade friends, and looking back on it, I was stupid because, I would sit with these 8th grade friends and I would like ditch all of my, homies, my real homies that stayed with me, So I was like, no, it's kind of a dick move, but whatever. So I would sit with these guys at lunch. Like I said, they were super chill. Never had any problems with any of them. We'd always joke around. I remember one time, actually, back when I was balling on a budget, I bought 25 cookies from lunch. Chocolate chip. I will never forget. 25 cookies just to impress the 8th graders, bro. And they love me, and I'd imagine, I would love myself, too. Like, damn, this kid's buying me cookies. And it was for the whole table. Like, it wasn't for one person. It was for the table of 8th graders I sat with, and they were like, damn, like, this kid's, like, legit, right? So, I thought it was cool, friends with all these 8th graders, everything was going good until about halfway through middle school, this kid, Jason was his name, right? He was a 7th grader, he just joined, I forgot what school he went to before he joined my school, but whatever, so he ends up joining my school, and not only my school but my art class. Like I own the school, right? So he joins my school, he gets into my art class. He's a cool kid, we're friends, I don't have any beef with him. Nobody has beef with him, right? So the 8th graders, they start messing around with him, they start joking around with him. He's a 7th grader too, he's new, so I guess they were giving him a hard time or whatever. And hold on, just a quick pause in the story, guys. I'm gonna back out to join another map so you guys don't get bored of seeing me doing the same wall run gameplay. But on with the story. So like, this kid's like super cool. He's legit. I'll never forget, this dude had like a 4-inch mohawk. Like, he looked like a chicken, like a cockadoo. Like, I don't know what that's called. Those birds that have the big thing on top of their head. He looked like one of those, right? And so, all these 8th graders were roasting him, this and that. And I forgot what stupid thing I said to him. but it offended him. It offended him bad, right? So the school that I was at had this crazy schedule. It would change every day. So say it was like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh on Monday. The next day it would be like, I think, let me see, it would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, and then the next day would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. You know, and it would shift one number over, and it was a crazy schedule. But it was good because I would never have the same order of classes or whatever, which was good because the same classes every day kind of gets boring. So at lunch, right, I'm getting my book bag. I was one of those kids that had like the bookkeeper or whatever you want to call it, like because backpack was too mainstream. So I carried my little bookkeeper or whatever you want to call it. And I was at my locker. I was digging through my stuff, right? And like Jason, like, I hadn't even thought of it, right? Because like it was such a simple joke. I didn't think he would take offense to it. It was something like, "Boy, that mohawk makes you look like a freaking chicken." Something stupid, right? And he comes up to me, grabs me by the shirt. I kid you not. He punched me 5 times in the nose, like point blank, if that makes sense. Like he grabbed me, pinned me against my locker, and freaking punched me like bad. Like he punched hard, right? Little 6th grade me, I was dazed, but my parents always taught me, never throw the first punch, but if someone punches at you, don't stay hit. You know what I mean? So like I wasn't finna, get embarrassed in front of all these middle schoolers. Like I'm a 6th grader, I got all this street cred with my friends in the 8th grade. I can't let this go to waste, right? So I swing back, whatever. I hit him once, right? Almost all of my swings missed. I hit him once, but I managed to, I don't know what I did to him, but he started bleeding. I was bleeding too. Like we were both bleeding from our noses. And I'll never forget, I'm not going to name my friends because, for their privacy, but I had this one friend, she was with me. We were like best friends. She started crying because literally the amount of blood that I was letting go from my nose was something that you've never seen before. Like it looks like I had just gotten shot. So like, I pick up my bookkeeper, whatever, this kid's bleeding. No, this is the good thing. No teacher came in. Like literally no teacher. And students would walk by it while the kid was punching me like with like no mercy. Kids were just walking by. They were like, LOL, not my problem, right? No teacher stopped it. I had to stop it myself. We got broken up. I was bleeding. I was being escorted by like 2 of my friends to the nurse's office. I get into the nurse's office. Both of us are dripping, right? And I started, acting. I was like, oh man, my nose. And I had an excuse to like go to the bathroom to rinse it off, whatever. And then, whatever. So this kid, like, he starts snitching on me. And like we're both sitting. What the hell? Where was I supposed to go there? We're both sitting right in like the office, and I just look at him, and he like looks at me, and I smile, and he smiles back, and I'm like, are we good? Like, what was the point of that then? You know what I mean? So like, I don't know what the point of the fight was. Long story short, they tried to give me 8 days OSS, right? I don't know what type of counselor I had. 8 days OSS on a 6th grader, and they wanted to give him like 10 days OSS, which was incredible. Like 10 days OSS, that's unheard of. So basically the counselor got fired like literally the week after. I never served 1 day. I have literally never been in an ISS room, right? I didn't serve 1 day of ISS. I didn't serve 1 day of OSS. Didn't do anything. The kid got, I think, 2 days ISS, whatever. But, long story short, I learned respect people, like I said, if you want to be respected. After that, we were cool for the rest of the year. I would see him. Obviously, it wasn't the same because, this dude broke my nose. Like, if you guys see me now, you guys can tell that my nose is kind of crooked towards the left. It's not really noticeable unless you guys, like, like peep in. But, like, it's pretty noticeable, guys. And so, something so simple, it taught me a lesson. It taught me, an important lesson. Like I said, guys, respect everybody. Even though I was, joking around, I guess I took the joke too far. And, so that's what happened. And, for like a week after, I should put like a counter in the freaking top. If you guys can count how many knows I've said in the video, you wouldn't probably know. But like really, so it was all good. Like I said, in the end, I was back with all my 8th grade friends. They had like mad respect for me. Like, bro, you took those punches like a champ, blah, 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 blah. So I was like on top of the world. And 6th, 7th, 8th grade were fine, and I haven't gotten into a fist fight since, guys. But yeah, that's basically it for that story. It went on pretty long. It's actually almost 10 minutes. So let me know if you guys did enjoy it. I would love to make more stories. I got tons of stories that I could tell as long as you guys don't get bored to death. But like I said, give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Like I said, every sub counts. We're going to try to go ahead and hit 75 subs before this Friday. I don't know what the date is this Friday, but as of the time that this video was posted, it was the 16th, a 16. So yeah, guys, thank you so much once again. And other than that, it's been your boy Freerun, guys. Peace.